So I started blogging nearly 4 years ago now, just as a personal thing, as a way to learn to cook, and somehow it grew. And social media has been really helpful for that, things like Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. But yeah, not really sure how else it got so big. I think it has been great timing, and I think it's a time where people, the media is talking a lot more about food and the effect of things like sugar, and that was great timing for me because that's when I started talking about it. And I think, yeah, we've seen a lot of people, especially in the last sort of 12 months, become increasingly interested in what they're eating and how they feel, how what they put into their body affects, their everyday health and energy. I think in order to engage people more, I think sometimes it's less the media and more maybe what sort of the government could do. I think we talk a lot about what's good and what's bad, but the thing is that really when the individual comes to purchase something, it's not clear. I think brands need a lot more guidance on what to publish, and I think the government needs stricter rules. Publishing, no one knows when you turn over the back of the packet what it means when you see grams. Your average person, when you're buying food for your kid for school, you don't know what that means in terms of sugar, fat, all the rest of it. If we could just have simple things like how many spoons of sugar in something on the front that's clear and obvious to everybody, no matter what your knowledge is, then I think that's a much easier way to guide people through their shopping. Then you can make a conscious decision about what you're buying instead of buying something, and that happens a lot where you're trying to be healthier, but actually the reality of it is that it's not healthier. Yes, I think there should be much more legislation. I think within reason, we can't be nannied overly, and I think, it's got to come down to personal choice in the end, but I think the information isn't clear enough now. I think, as I said, things like grams, they don't mean anything to people, whereas, if you could have percentages, right on the front, or something much more simple like a spoon of sugar for every spoonful. If a flavoured water has 8 teaspoons of sugar and you saw that when you picked it up, I don't think most people would pick it up. And if we could just, everyone picks up a chocolate bar knowing that it's not good for them, and that's fine because they've done it in knowledge. My problem is all the cereal bars and all the granola bars and all the cereals that you buy trying to be healthier that actually aren't healthier at all. And I think we just need tighter legislation so that the individual knows what they're buying, and then you make the conscious decision to buy it or not. I think the key debate is that there's a lot of different opinions out there, and that's why it's difficult for consumers, because who are you meant to listen to? But that the one kind of overriding thing is that we just don't cook enough. Food is too convenient now. Even if you want, healthy kind of thing, it's everywhere. You never need to cook ever again, and that's a shame. I think we need to cook more, because that's the way to eat healthiest, is to buy fresh ingredients and do something with them in your kitchen.